Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zara Kalala, and today I'm going to be showing you how I did this really cute bunny painting. So let's get into it. So for this project, I'm using this heart-shaped canvas from Hobbycraft. That's like a really big craft shop here in the UK. And I actually want to do a few more, so I'm probably going to go back there and buy some. But yeah, anyway, that's for another time. So I went on Pinterest and found a reference picture of a bunny. And I had him in like this fishing pose. So I needed to find a bunny that was kind of like sitting with its paws either kind of together or crossed. So yeah, I found a picture of a bunny and use that as my reference, and I just drew it out using a pencil and then just an eraser if I made any mistakes and things like that. And then once I was kind of happy with my drawing, I went over my pencil lines and erased it so that I could still see faint lines. This is just the way I do it. I know that some painters like to paint in that kind of reference, but I don't know, I prefer to draw. I've not really done the painting route, and I know you can paint over it, but it's kind of easier to erase it when you do it with a pencil. So yeah, I did it like that. And then for kind of the base of this, I went in with some acrylics. Just some bog standard acrylics. I got some from Lidl, I believe, some of the acrylics I'm using, and just any art shops. I'm not using any like fancy products here. You don't need fancy things to start painting. And yeah, I kind of just went ahead and did like the background. So I wanted to do like a sort of gradient in a pink colour, as you can see. And I also wanted to do like this cloud that the bunny was sitting on, so using some whites and also a bit of pink in there as well. And once I was kind of happy with all this base, I also obviously did the bunny as well, going in with some browns. I think my reference picture was not a brown bunny. I can't remember the colour of it, but yeah, I'm not really closely following the reference. That was more just for the drawing part. It's up to you if you want to kind of copy your reference picture regarding colours. So I just kind of went ahead and did that, just trying to pay attention to like shadows and lights, making sure I'm keeping it in the right place basically. Then once I had done my acrylics, I moved on and did some oils. So unfortunately, in between doing like my base coat of acrylics and then moving on to the oils, I made like a tear in my canvas. I was unscrewing my camera, which I like has a top-down view, and I wasn't paying attention, and as soon as it had unscrewed, I didn't realise it had finished, and I don't know what happened, like I dropped it something and my canvas was right below it. So yeah, as you can see, what I'm doing here is like a repair. I'm gonna put a link in the description to the YouTube video I found because it's like more informative. But basically you can use some scrap canvas and then some like white acrylic gesso and use that as like glue, and then kind of like keep painting over it and over it to kind of fill in at the tear and like the gap. So yeah, eventually I managed to like fix it. Thank goodness. I was so gutted. It's like the first painting I've done of 2022. So yeah, once I had done all of that, I then started to go in with my oils. So you probably might be able to see like the tear still a bit because I kind of got a bit impatient with waiting for the gesso to dry. And I did use a hairdryer in between, but basically I didn't want it to dry the gesso out too quickly because I don't know, I've not done this method and I didn't know if it might crack or it could stretch, like the canvas was getting a bit warm and things. So yeah, I wanted it to dry a bit more naturally. So anyway, moving on from that, I was going in with my oils. So I am using water-based oils, and the good thing about this is I've actually never done this before, but I decided to give it a go. I could use my acrylics and mix it in with my whites and the other colours as well if I wanted. But yeah, I mainly used the pink acrylic colour that I use for like my background, and I mixed that in with the white like oil paint. So I probably showed it in the video anyway, but this one here, this is also water-based. I noticed, like, because I've started doing a painting a few weeks ago, a different one like off camera, that I use a lot of white. So my tubes of oil paint are like this small, which I think is 12 millilitres, 10 even, and that's fine for like most colours. But the white, I just use it a lot. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but yeah. So anyway, rambling on about the white, I got another one. Yeah, and essentially that meant I could mix in my acrylic paint, which was really helpful actually, especially for the rip. So eventually I went over my clouds and that with the oils too, and I think I did this off camera right at the end because this was just taking too long, but I ended up filling in my tear with a lot of oil, and then like a lot of oil white paint, and then mixing in a bit of the like pink acrylic. So anyway, I'm rambling, but yeah, just using the oils to add texture. So I've seen a few artists do this on TikTok. Follow my TikTok at ZaraKalala3, link in description if you don't want to like search my name up. And yeah, so using the acrylics to give it some texture, just give it a bit more depth than that, and just bringing the painting to life. So this isn't really a full tutorial. I don't really know, I don't feel like I'm a good teacher in teaching painting. I kind of just, my only advice would be, especially if you're copying a picture, it might be better to start from reference, but looking at simple pictures, focus on the colours, focus on matching the colours and just matching where it is. So making sure, you know, you've drawn it out really nicely, focus on the colours. So to be honest, I can't really say for this painting because I kind of made it up, but I did look at some pictures of clouds just to kind of understand it, and I want to get better at like painting the clouds. So it was saying focus on your light source and focus on your shadows. That's the main piece of advice I'd say. So for example, when you see like the finished result of my painting, or even now as we're like looking at it and I'm going painting on it, you can see like the light is at the top of the clouds, and on the top of the cloud kind of the bunny's sitting on, and then on the under bit of it I've got like the darker shadowy parts. So just focusing on like the light and the dark, getting your shadows and lights in the correct area, and just, you know, focusing on those colours, mixing up the colours correctly and things like that. If you have any comments or you want me to do a more in-depth tutorial on like painting, etc., please leave a comment. Yeah, I'd love to like help with that. But yeah, I'll just say the main thing is you have to practice as well. Keep painting, picking up your paintbrush. Don't worry if you make mistakes. The good thing about painting is if you make a mistake, you can paint over it. It's no big deal. The only thing is with oils, they obviously take longer to dry. So the acrylic part of this dried out really quickly. So if I made a mistake there, I could just paint over it really quickly. And I think I even dropped my paintbrush on it in the middle where you'll see some blue, and it dropped on and it was like this brownie colour. And then I went to paint over it and I had a bit of blue in my paintbrush, which I thought was pink. I didn't realise, I think I'd use it to paint the eye. And then I was like, actually I can add blue in, so you know, a bit of inspiration there. But yeah, just with the acrylics, they are really good. But yeah, they will dry quickly. So if you're trying to also like blend, for example, you don't have very long to do it. They don't dry super quick, but you know, it's quite quick. And then the oils, they take a lot longer to dry, so you can work with the oils a bit more. Depending on what ones you get, the water-based ones I believe do dry out quicker than the ones that you mix with like the white spirit oil. So yeah, I hope that I haven't bored you with all of this talking. I thought I'd try like a little bit of a different format for this video. So I hope that you enjoyed watching it. Yeah, here is the finished result. I am super happy with it. I really want to start trying to find my own style, and I like this sort of style, like the cutesy kind, and wanting to do like original art rather than copying. Like obviously I love Sanrio characters and, you know, cute characters like that, but I was going to do a painting of like My Melody or something, but I thought no, let me actually try and do something like cute that's my own kind of idea and I've thought of. And the way I get ideas is really odd. When I go for a nap where I'm going to bed, I start getting all these ideas. So at first I think, right, I want to do a painting. Okay, what do I want to paint? I want to paint a bunny. Okay, what can the bunny be doing? So I wanted it to be something not normal, not like a bunny in the grass or a bunny eating a grass, you know. I wanted to do something cute, and I was just thinking and I was like, okay. And I really like kind of space and like space themes and things. So I was like, okay, what can it be? What can it be? Thinking of stars, and I was like, oh, I don't know, it could be catching the star. And that's how I came up with the idea, like, oh, a star, you know, fishing, like fishing for shooting stars. And that is how I came up with this. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Please do leave any comments. What kind of, you can ask me anything about painting. Do you want me to just do more time lapses like this, or should I explain everything? I could put up all my reference pictures so you can kind of copy along. I can kind of show you all the colours I'm using as well, so you can kind of see what kind of colours I'm using, and you can copy along that, you know, pause the video, rewind it and stuff, and then come up with like a similar painting. That would be really cool as well. So yeah, I look forward to your comments in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed watching this, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.